Ain't no school happening. It don't take 3 years to get a fucking school, and you got, well, damn near $500,000 fucking dollars. It don't take that long to get a school. There's a million things you could have done to get a school. This nigga's been coming up with every excuse on the planet. Well, my bank, what happened, the crap trying to get my bank, and they're trying to put liens on me, because that's what they do. They try to see what I'm doing for the boys.
Brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
Ain't no school, man.
Welcome back to Uncle Mo TV. This is another one like the other one. We going into part 3 of Dr. Umar radio interview that he had. And boy, is it a doozy. If unaccountability was a person, it would be Dr. Umar. As always, you know, with the rules of YouTube, I gotta stop and go, and I'm gonna break it down the only way I know and only bring the facts, not opinions. So, without further ado, let's go.
Shouldn't we have gotten a warning? Shouldn't something have been sent between March the 7th and August the 8th? I don't know, Baba. What do you think?
I should have gotten some advance notice.
5 months, Baba. 5 months?
And yeah, most notices are at least 30 to 60-day notice. Sometimes 90-day notice.
For 5, Baba.
The Baba David Barnes, because Baba means father, he's playing stupid. If they hit you up March 7th and they put your property on an auction block in August, that's because you ain't handled your business. You had 5 months to get it together, but you wanted excuses and you wanted them to do you a favor. You wanted a hookup. But let's go.
But the one and only letter we got dealing with this situation was dated March the 7th. We never got another piece of mail or email dealing with this situation since March the 7th.
And it's interesting, the deputy responded to the YouTuber.
To a YouTuber who don't even live in the state of Delaware.
But certainly, wasn't the media involved in it? Weren't they saying, did they respond to any media requests?
I have no idea. But I don't appreciate him lying on me, because what he said to the YouTuber was completely false.
Yeah.
Completely false. It was a blatant lie. And he wasn't even in the email chain, so why are you even speaking on it? You don't even know. Why are you even speaking on it? So anyhow, when I get that, that's when I email the Chief of Staff, Commissioner for L&I, Secretary for Vacant Property, Secretary for Delinquent Accounts, saying, hey, what's going on? Y'all didn't say nothing to us for 5 months. Remember, Baba, they're not communicating with us, so we don't know what's going on. She won't call me. She won't respond to an email. You see this? And now check this part out, Baba. This is going to be real interesting. When I first emailed her October 14th, remember, we don't get the letter till March the 7th. When I emailed her October 14th about the waiver, I automatically submit the waiver. The waiver letter. It's not a form, it's the letter. I sent it. She says, well, you got to wait till you get the bill and make sure the bill number is on it.
He said it's not a letter. What he said? It's not a letter, it's a form. Let's hear that back.
Isn't even in the email chain, so why are you even speaking on it? You don't even know. Why are you even speaking on it? So anyhow, when I get that, that's when I email the Chief of Staff, Commissioner for L&I, Secretary for Vacant Property, Secretary for Delinquent Accounts, saying, hey, what's going on? Y'all didn't say nothing to us for 5 months. Remember, Baba, they're not communicating with us, so we don't know what's going on. She won't call me. She won't respond to an email.
just
See
seen
this?
something.
And now check this part out, Baba. This is going to be real interesting. When I first emailed her October 14th, remember, we don't get the letter till March the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
When I emailed her October 14th about the waiver, I automatically submit the waiver. The waiver letter. It's not a form, it's the letter. I sent it.
Mm-hmm.
She says,
Now let's debunk the first obvious lie. I mean, he said a bunch of other lies, but I just want to pull up his other joint. He said it is not a form, it's a letter, right? He said that. Let's bring it up. What does it say right here? City of Wilmington, Department of License and Inspections. L&I. That's what he's talking about. L&I. Vacant property registration form. It's very simple. It's very simple. And if I'm not mistaken, that YouTuber that Davis had correspondence with, he said that Umar sent in the wrong information. That's why he keeps saying the guy lied on him, because the guy said that he sent the wrong information and show how they did correspondence with him. But one thing that I noticed on here though, hey Umar, on here when you send this in, right? It literally tells you that it breaks everything down. You put the emergency contact information number. So that means you obviously didn't fill this out correctly, because they could have called you in the case of emergency to let you know. But they asked for the vacant property address, what type of structure, the postcode number if you know that, then the owner's information, name, date of birth, mailing address, which you see they got the little star, so that means it's mandatory, right? But also when you see this little star, you need to go down there and check what do that correspond with. PO boxes are not acceptable for mailing addresses for this form. Now, if you go to Dr. Umar taxes, which I don't blame him, because you know this is a public form, all the addresses are PO boxes, you know? It's a PO box. So if he put the school address on there and not his personal address, or even the school building having a real mailbox and not, you know, a PO box, then how could they get it? Because even his address as the principal officer is a PO box, which he should have had a registered agent, because that's what they're called, a registered agent, and that means it's a physical address to accept mail at. You got to get that with an LLC and stuff. So he should have an LLC, since this was a 501c. So he should have had a registered agent, which costs a couple of hundreds a year, and then they would have received the letters on his behalf. And with that, which you can, I know in some states, be your own registered agent, but it has to be a physical building that they're sending this correspondence to, because something can sit in a PO box forever. They need to know that they got it. So as you can see, Dr. Umar Johnson, you know, most people say that he don't use Dr. Umar Johnson, but on here he has that. Dr. Umar Johnson is a PO box. So if he filled this out, he said it's a letter when it's clearly a form, but that's that. We seen that. We gonna get back to it, and as he say some things, we're gonna break it down even more, but it asks for his information. That's one of the things. We know it ain't multiple owners because he's saying he the only one. Then it asks for other person. Like, it's so much stuff on it, but it's a simple form, bro. 2 pages. Probably take you 45 seconds to fill out. But I didn't even read the whole form, but like I told you, right? If you have a corporation or anything, because I have an LLC, that's how I know. What do it say? Property owner is a corporation, right? Property owner is a corporation. Name of the principal of the corporation, which we know. Resident agent name. Resident agent address. You see what I mean? Must be an individual who will accept service or processes on the behalf of the corporation. PO boxes is not acceptable. That's what I was saying. But as I was telling you, when he said it's not a form, it's a letter, all the information that he needed was right there. And it even tell you fees that's applicable if you don't abide by them with the $500 fee. But like I was saying, let's get back to it. Let's finish hearing him out.
Well, you got to wait till you get the bill and make sure the bill number is on it and make sure it's in a Word document. And we just talked about that earlier.
That's
What
right.
difference does it make? What difference does it make?
That's right.
If it's a Word document or in the email, either way you got to print it out. Either way it's in text. What is the problem?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? He thinks the world revolves around him. What's the difference? The difference is the rules, law and order. How you want to teach our boys? How you want to teach our sons when you can't abide by the rules? You want to color outside the lines. They told you how it is, and you said that part one, she was being difficult. But it sounds like you're being difficult. They gave you all the plans, everything is on it, and it's a PDF form, as y'all see when I went to it. It is a PDF form. It's in PDF format, literally on their site. Print it out, do what you gotta do, scan it back in, or fill it out right on it and email it. But you're talking about what's different because you don't want to do business right. But I digress. Let me let him speak.
You don't want to process my weight. And maybe that's why she never called me back. Maybe that's why she never responded to none of my emails, and nobody has addressed that yet. I ain't heard a word yet on why we were ignored for 5 months. I ain't heard a word yet on why we didn't get any communication from any department at all about this intent to sheriff lien and sell out schools. Check this out. If we don't get that notice on the front of that door that night, our schools would have been sold, and we'd have not even known until they were gone.
Wow.
Think about that, Bob. Not a phone call, not an email, not a letter in the mail. They went behind our backs, knowing we were waiting for some feedback from L&I vacant property secretary. They went behind our backs, no information at all from anybody for 5 months, and they go to the sheriff. They go to the court, get their judgment, and go straight to the. Who decided to go to court on August the 5th?
Yeah, I thought that they had
Don't
to
we have a right
legally.
to know that?
I thought they
What
legally had
what
to.
was it about August the 5th, Bob? Who decided to go to court on August the 5th? And why did y'all choose August the 5th?
Run up the
Doesn't
chain.
matter.
Run up the chain and see who authorized what.
They won't give me no answer.
Literally on there it says the lawyer that filed the paperwork. Like, I don't know why he's playing stupid and stuff, because literally everything tells you what they're gonna do. It's clear as day on a website that tells you that if you don't pay your bills, this will result in a lien. It literally tells you you cannot get a waiver if you owe money, bro. You bought the school in 2019. You did not talk to these people till 2024. Pay these people their fucking money, man.
They won't. And I'm going to tell you why. I think one of the reasons, shout out to the brothers and sisters in Wilmington, Delaware, because you know I get a lot of love down there. I've been getting hundreds of calls from the brothers and sisters who live in the Wilmington area because they're looking forward to the school for their boys, and they don't like this at all. And some of them are telling me that the city has done this to other black property owners.
Wow.
Ooh.
They say, you're not the first, Dr. Umar.
Ooh.
Other black people in the city of Wilmington has lost their properties under very suspicious circumstances, similar to what they're doing to you.
Yeah, I gotta stop right there because I tell you, he reach, I teach. Now, all properties must be registered to receive a waiver. Past due vacant fees cannot receive a waiver. If you meet certain conditions for a waiver, the commission may, I don't mean he will, may waive your registration fees imposed for the current year. A one-time waiver for the current year, bro. You're not planning on opening a school. You keep talking about he won't have to pay, right? All monies due, the city must be paid in order to receive a waiver. A 4-year waiver of a registration fee may be requested. Look up what requested means, doctor. May be requested if the owner meets the criteria for a non-profit organization as defined in section 501c3 of the IRS code, right? So right there it tells you, then he said under suspicious circumstances they're doing this to him, right? So let's go up to this suspicious circumstances, right? Clear as day, and they bolded. They put this bold for people like him, I assume. You get what I'm saying? Where they said Hopefully I can see it. Delinquent registration fees as a lien. If a owner fails to pay the vacant registration fees by the due date, the fee shall constitute a debt due to the city. What you think they do to liens, bro? Liens, they want their money, bro. They already told you in the statute that they're trying to deter people just having vacant property. You was throwing block parties instead of getting your business in order. That's all you gave the city of Wilmington is a block party with you dancing a jagged edge, and then you don't want to be held accountable for your actions, bro. Man up. Do that first. You want to protect the boys? Do that. Man up. How you can lead boys, but you couldn't lead your own children yourself, bro? Do that. Save face with that. Yo, be a redemption story. Let's get back to it. It's pissing me off just hearing his lies.
Would there be
his last piece, Baba? Let me get his last piece. So, and this is what, you know, and I'm not going to put this on the city of Wilmington. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on this, although I do think it's highly suspect. Before you went to break, I raised the question. Mm-hmm. Who decided to seek a judgment against us at Superior Court, followed by the sheriff lien and sale on August the 5th? Mm-hmm. What city official made that decision? And why were we not notified before, during, or after, right?
Right.
The reason I asked that question, Baba David, not only did they ignore us completely for 4 to 5 months, right? 4 months since the phone call, 5 months since the last correspondence by mail, but the reason it's so suspicious, the August the 5th judgment and sheriff lien date is so suspicious, Baba, because our bank accounts were frozen.
Wow. Yeah.
So you mean to tell me it's been 5 months since your last correspondence to us, and it just so happens that the date you choose to go and get a judgment against us to sell our schools coincides with the exact time that our school account is frozen and we can't touch it?
Well, you know, you've often told us about a shadow government, both nationally and locally, with city government, state government. There's always a shadow government that runs things and have their fingers on things.
That's too much of a coincidence. Right. I'm not going to put it on them because I can't prove it, but that is too.
You can't prove it because you still ain't show us proof that your accounts was frozen, bro. You still ain't show us that. You ain't show nobody no proof that your accounts was frozen. It's a coincidence that right before that you come out with this story. Like, you the only one that don't check their bank account, that don't got the daggone app that's telling them when they banking drink. Like, come on, cut it out, man. It ain't no coincidence. You ran up that money. You ain't paid these people in 6 years. They want their fucking money, Umar.
Much of a coincidence for me to overlook it. He can't access the school money to pay us right now. Mm-hmm. And it just so happens at the very time this happened, we're going to try to sell a school building. Mm-hmm. I think it was coordinated, but I'm not going to put that piece on them because I can't prove it. But make a long story short, Baba, we was able to get the money and we was able to pay it off completely. Mm-hmm. Okay?
You should have had the fucking money.
But when you go to the city's website, it says that we took out a payment plan. We didn't take out no payment plan. We paid the whole amount.
That boy is good, psych. He took a payment plan out. He did this show to get ahead of things before other people could put it out there. Because if you paid it off, cool. Why would they put that you got a payment plan? Why would they put on a website that you got a payment plan? Then another thing, when you switch your other video, when you were saying that it was old, you said you asked for a payment plan. You said you asked for a payment plan. You got to remember, like my mama said, when you tell one lie, you got to remember that because you're going to keep telling another lie and another lie. But you said you would have asked for a payment plan.
Now, don't get me wrong, Baba. For me, it's not a big deal. But because y'all like giving our business out to the public, make sure the information is accurate. Why does it say we entered into a payment plan?
Misinformation.
We entered into a payment plan. We paid off the whole judgment.
So whose name was on the notice when for the final notice? Who signed it? Who authorized
it?
The
notice that was on the school building?
Yeah.
I think it was the sheriff's name. But remember, the sheriff just do what they supposed to do. You see what I'm saying?
Right. They get orders.
Sheriff just do what they supposed to do. Even with the Secretary of Finance, I don't hold her too accountable, Baba, because she just does what she's supposed to do. I just took issue with the inaccuracies in her email where she said that she told me they had started the process, and she did not say that. She said it had not started yet, and I got the email to prove it. She also said that her boss told me we couldn't do a payment plan because the schools have been vacant too long. That is not true, because she gave me a payment plan. She sent me a payment plan.
Thought you just said that y'all ain't have a payment plan. You just paid it in full. Who sends you a payment plan shit if you're not gonna use it? See? Like they say, you tell one lie, you gotta keep telling another lie and another lie and another lie, and then you don't keep up with those lies. You just said that they told you couldn't get a payment plan. That means you asked for one for them to deny you. Then she said she sent you the payment plan, but then you said there wasn't no payment plan because y'all paid it full. So maybe he started off, I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt. Maybe he started off with the payment plan and then he said, fuck it, let me get the rest of the money and just pay it off. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, people. But you hear him, you hear the bullshit.
I just didn't move on it, Baba. Why? Because we just paid off $30,000 in water, and I'm going to try to get the vacant property fee registration waiver applied retroactively.
Can't do
and
retroactive.
Then we could talk about doing the payment plan. You feel me, Baba? I wanted to get that rectified first to reduce the balance.
So have they unfrozen your accounts?
Finance, I don't really hold her too responsible except for those two untrue statements in her follow-up email.
Get up and answer his question,
Have they
Umar.
unfrozen your accounts?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So now, we have a new account. So for brothers and sisters who want to donate, go ahead and make your check or money order payable to FDMG Academy, same address, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. And as I said, Baba, they raised the vacant property registration fee up to $12,000 for this year. So if we don't get the waiver, that's $25,000. Nonsense fees, Baba. Nonsense fees. We would have given...
Yes, over here we gonna keep breaking that bitch down because he keep lying. He keep lying, so we gotta keep schooling, So as we go on there, just so y'all don't think I'm making it up, I'm gonna click on the registration fee. It comes up. This was in 2023 they came up with that. It ain't just this year. He said it like they just came up like, hey, Dr. Umar Johnson just paid us, so now we want to raise it, right? It got the schedule, everything, bro, the names, everything on here. So just to put it out there again, everything is $12,000 for at least 5 years, everything again. And registration fee for this year is based upon the total number of years the property has been vacant as of November 1st, regardless of the varying ownership during the period of the vacancy. The updated fee is as usual follow. Boom, Like this is what it been, bro. You said all you gotta do is do the floors. Do the fucking floors. Do the floors, bro. If you do the floors, you can avoid this fee. You can avoid the $12,000, right? Because the $12,000 is because you had it vacant for over 5 years. 5 years or less, excuse me. But do the floors, bro. If that's the case, do the floor. Or listen to this. I don't believe that them schools is ready like nobody else don't believe. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and you said one of them is almost there. Get that shit up and running. Get that school where it's no longer vacant, right? Get that school that has no one, and then the fee will only be the $12,000. And then guess what? Because you so full of shit, if you paid everything off, you could get the waiver. You can get the waiver if you paid everything off. You can apply the waiver now. It said you couldn't do it with outstanding balances, but you didn't because you got that payment plan that you were saying that they saying you got. Because it says right here, clearly highlighted, that past due fees are not subject to request for a waiver. They are not subject to request for a waiver. So, if you did, right, pay them off, you can get a waiver because you got a 501c. You see what I mean? So don't act like they sabotaging. Pay them people their fucking money. That's the long story short, bro. Long story short, pay them people their money.
The city of Wilmington, Delaware, who ain't done nothing for us at all. We would have given them $100,000 this year alone on nonsense. Water we don't use, $30,000, and then the vacant property registration fee to pass was $30,000, and then now that it's going to be $12,000 a building, that's another $25,000. That's $55,000 on vacant property registration fees, Bob. Wow. So as you can see, they're clearly trying to sabotage us by wasting our money. That's what the strategy is.
So did they say why?
I would love to know why they decided to raise the vacant property registration fee, Baba, from $5,000 to $12,000. That's a $7,000 increase, Baba.
But it wasn't just for you.
$7,000 increase.
Yeah, but it wasn't just for you. It was for all vacant properties.
It was for vacant properties that's been vacant for at least 5 years.
Right. So.
But you don't raise them prices, Baba, without a reason. And why did you raise them by so much?
Gentrification. They want those investors to come in and take all the vacant properties.
So where we at now, Baba? Because I'm not letting this go.
I don't blame you.
They tried to steal our buildings without even telling us. I'm not letting this go. So because I didn't get no direct answers from the chief of staff, but I will have to get back in touch with the chief of staff because I need to know why his deputy chief of staff is giving out misinformation to the public.
Yeah, that ain't right.
I want to know why his deputy chief of staff is blatantly lying on us. Blatantly lying. Yeah. Okay? But then I also I contacted the city attorney, and guess what they told me? They said, we did not handle the paperwork for your lien in judgment.
Wow.
So if y'all didn't handle it, who did?
Yeah.
So they said I got to get in contact with another office. So Baba, listen, this is what I'm going to do. Let me tell you what the vision. Here's the vision. I think we're going to have to sue the city. I do not think they're going to stop with the discrimination. I don't think they're going to stop with the negligence. I don't think they're going to stop with the hostility. I think we're going to have to sue them. And I think we're going to have to protest them too. I think we're going to have to march on them. I don't see them stopping this because you're dealing with Negroes. You're dealing with Negroes who don't want me there. Now, I'm not talking about the people now. When I talk about the city, I'm talking about government. I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community. They love us. We got nothing but love. Of course, there's a couple of haters in every city. Yeah. Yes, I got some haters there, obviously. But the general community, they support and love us. They donate to us. When I talk about the city, I'm not talking about the people.
Right,
I'm talking about the government and the Negroes in the bureaucracy who are intentionally trying to sabotage us so we never open up because they don't want me there for their own personal reason. Maybe it's because I'm from Philadelphia. You know how that small town thing goes. Some of them feel like we don't need them here. Let's sabotage. Others because they don't like what I stand for, what I believe in, whatever. Or maybe they just black bourgeoisies with an uppity Negro whitewash attitude. I don't know what it is, Baba.
Negro
peers. Got nothing but hostility from the city government since we bought.
You believe the city government got hostility? I believe the black bourgeois tees and the Utopians see through your bullshit. We see through your bullshit.
To school.
Negro
Let me go
peers.
back.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
Okay.
Remember the festivals? We did 2 festivals.
I got my festival shirt on.
The first festival, Baba, do you know it almost didn't happen?
Bitch, you should open
Because
school.
the secretary for special events, just like the secretary for vacant properties, was not returning phone calls.
Wow.
Same thing. We had to get an attorney.
Wow.
Do your
Our
phone work.
attorney in 2021 had to call the city attorney for Wilmington, Delaware, and ask him, why isn't this woman giving us our special event permit? Our festival is in 2 days.
Wow.
Where is our permit? We filled out the paperwork.
Yeah.
Dragging us, she's dragging us, she's dragging us. And it was the city attorney, Baba, who forced the secretary for special events to process our payment. Process our paperwork. Guess when we got the letter? Guess when we got our permit for the festival, Baba?
The same day, that morning.
The day before.
Yeah.
If we didn't get that paperwork Friday, we would have had to cancel the entire festival because that woman wanted to sabotage us. So wait a minute, Baba. Let's go to the next year. Festival 2022. It happens again. Remember, she told me that somebody else.
My God, this is 2025, and what the hell did I got to do with why the school ain't open yet, Umar? Why the school ain't open, Umar? We don't care about no fucking block party, Umar. That's the problem with y'all. All y'all want to do is fucking dance and party. Where's the goddamn school, brother? You ain't my brother, but where's the school? We don't want to hear that shit, man. Why you ain't open the school? Talk about that, bro. Why the fuck you ain't lay them floors down your damn self? You said you work 60 hours a week, bro. 60 hours a week, bro. If you work 60 hours a week, you could have laid them floors down yourself one by one. Cut out it, man. Cut it out, man.
Has already taken out a permit to have a festival in front of your school on your day. Remember that, Baba?
Why the hell you ain't have it in the school? I'll wait.
Oh. So who was that? Did they say who it was?
Already requested a festival in front of your school. She said at this address on this day.
Wow.
And I asked her, who in the hell is going to ask to have a festival in front of FDMG?
In front of an abandoned fucking building. Nobody asked to do no fucking festival in front of your abandoned building. Stop fucking lying.
Gee, Baba, we don't have no neighbors. We're the only people on the block.
I've been there. That's right.
We're the only people on the block. So who is asking to have a festival in front of our school on the same day as us?
It had not even been advertised.
Never answered the question.
Wow.
She never answered the question.
Because nobody tried to have a damn fucking festival.
Once again, our attorney, once again,
you ain't got no
had to call the city attorney and make her give us a permit.
What's your attorney name?
I'm giving you these stories, Baba, because I want you to see that the city has been hostile. City government, not the people. I love Wilmington, Delaware, not the people.
Yeah.
I'm going to be moving to Wilmington, Delaware when the school's ready.
Yeah.
Not the people. I'm talking about the government and the Negro bureaucracy. Not everybody in the...
He never moving there because he never going to open a school.
government, and not everybody in the Negro bureaucracy. But certain key people are definitely undermining us and sabotaging us.
Not red tape, but brown tape.
Let me give you one more, Baba. And then we can go to the phones if you want.
Yeah, because we do have some callers.
Yes, sir. This is my last
you
comment.
Full of shit.
And for my brothers and sisters of Wilmington, Delaware, if there's anything you want to share with me, if there's any meetings about gentrification, if there's any way I can help black people save their properties in Wilmington, Delaware, please let me know. Because what they did to me, Baba, what they did to us, I think they're doing the same thing to black people all over that city. They're putting you in default. They're not communicating with you. And then at the last minute, they go and get a judgment on you and try to sell your building without you even knowing. I don't think we're the first. I don't think we're the first person. I think this is one of the scams. Allegedly, this is one of the
real estate scams
that the city is involved in.
Bro, that city got over 800 vacant properties.
Who they want to get
cut
rid
it
of.
out, bro. Why they want
the
yours?
whitewash of black Wilmington is in full effect.
Yes,
the whitewashing of black Wilmington, Delaware is in full effect, and it's Negroes helping them do it.
That's amazing.
It's Negroes helping them do it. But this is
like
the last.
I said, right? The boy lied so much, man. Look at his tax forms. The boy said he works 60 average hours of work per week, bro. Per week. He said he works 60 hours. He's the only one that worked there, bro. And then he said he makes zero fucking money. Zero money. Bro, how can we believe that? Who the fuck gonna work somewhere for 60 hours and don't get paid, bro? So you mean to tell me that all that school needed some floors, and he working 60 hours a week? He put in over 240 hours a month in that school, and he couldn't lay them floors down himself? He could have built a whole new school his damn self by then, bro. That he been doing 60 hours not getting paid and then wonder why they looking at him side-eye, man. The boy need to cut it out, man. He lied like a rug.
That's the point I wanted to get to. Remember COVID. I'm going back to 2020 now, Bob. In COVID, remember who was president at COVID? Biden. It
Biden
was Trump,
wasn't
and then
president.
Biden took over. I think we were still in COVID.
Right.
No.
Biden, then Trump took over.
It was Trump, Biden, Trump. So in 2020, who was president? It was Trump.
Stupid.
Yeah, he won the election in 20.
Yeah.
Who won the election in 20?
Trump.
And when do the president
Trump
come
won the election in 20.
2021.
He took his oath in January of 21.
Yeah, that was Biden, stupid.
Is that how it went?
Let me see. No, Biden was.
You fucking
elected
most
in
requested
20,
scholar and you
Trump
don't know
won
this
again
shit?
In 24.
And this old geezer don't
Biden
know
was
either?
elected in 20.
Yes.
Who gave us the quarantine? Why does it feel like Joe Biden gave us the quarantine?
Because the COVID started in 19. The COVID started in 19. And
Okay,
Trump was the president in his first term when it happened. And he told everybody to drink bleach.
Biden took over in 20. Do that sound right?
No, stupid.
Yes.
It was Trump, Bob.
These people are dumb as hell, bro. Election 2020. The inauguration was in 21. Trump, remember he gave out the stimulus checks and wanted his name on the check? That was in 2020. The election was in November of 2020. And this is what's supposed to teach our boys, and he don't know the basics of the country and how it's ran.
I know.
Trump was 17 to 21.
That's right.
COVID quarantine began around March of 20. It didn't matter who was president. I was just trying to remember who. It's irrelevant for the point I was going to make, though. The point I was going to make was this. Remember, nobody was allowed to go outside?
That's right.
Okay. When we were on quarantine, so mind you, this is the first year we own the school, by the way. This is the first year we own the school.
What, in 2019?
When we were on COVID quarantine and nobody was allowed to go outside, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, through license and inspection, gave us a citation for high grass. Can I ask you a question, Bob?
Who's supposed to mow the lawn?
Allowed to go outside because we're on.
That's, you was not like, so you think that you wasn't allowed to go on your properties. You think that you owned a house. So you think that you just couldn't go outside your house. You just was stuck inside your house. You still could go to the supermarkets, gas, and work and everything. Like I did not get no quarantine. I had to work. You know what I mean? I'm in the military, I had to work. Nurses had to work. Associate president. Shit, you go on Facebook, people said, I can't stay at home because I'm essential personnel. See, he's trying to use the semantic. If you own a property, you have to maintain that property, bro. He's a child, bro. This dude is a man. I wouldn't even say a man child. He's a child, bro. That's why he don't understand and cannot comprehend responsibilities.
COVID quarantine. Why are you giving us a citation for high grass?
They said the essential workers working, going out giving out citations.
Say that again.
They had the essential workers going out giving out citations.
Okay, that's okay to have your. First of all, I didn't know citations was an essential worker.
I didn't either. Hey,
I thought essential workers.
He's so fucking stupid. You know who give out the citation? It's sanitation, bro. Sanitation, like how you a commercial property owner and don't know how nothing works, bro. It's sanitation. It says it on the citation, bro. Like it says it on it. That's just common sense no matter where you at. That's just common property owner stuff, bro. The dude has no sense. He needs a team. If he ever want to see this project get off the game, he needs a team of the proper people that can get there and hold it account. He don't want that though, because he don't want accountability. That's why he don't want no, because he don't know how nothing works, bro. Nothing whatsoever.
Were those who were absolutely necessary for safety and health.
No, but citations are part of the income for every city. That's why they have tickets.
I don't think a ticket. I don't think giving tickets is an essential duty.
I don't think so either. But you know, hey.
Exactly. But here's my point. Even if it is, Baba, even if they say giving out tickets during COVID is an essential function of the city. I was not allowed to come outside because the president said nobody comes outside.
That's right. That's right.
So how in the hell are we getting a ticket for high grass, untouched grass, when I'm not allowed to go outside to cut?
You could go outside, cut it out, stupid.
Every kind of way. Every kind of way they can get it out. But we got to call them. Been waiting a while, and we want to invite any of our other listeners if you want to call in 215.
I'll close with this statement, Baba, before you go to the call.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just showing a pattern. I'll give you one more and I'll stop.
Said that shit 10
People
minutes
dump on our property all the time. They throw trash all the time.
Sure, dumping.
I contacted the city and said, because the city has trash cans that they give to their residents, right?
Right.
I said, could we have a few of those? Because your citizens, the residents are constantly dumping on our food. And we got to clean it up and pay for it. Can y'all give us a few trash cans that y'all empty up when y'all come down and empty up the other streets? You know what they told me? Absolutely not. That's your responsibility.
Dude, I mean, he's a man-child. All businesses are responsible for their own trash collection. That's why it's a fine if you go dump trash at these commercial locations. How does he not know that? He's the most requested scholar, but he seems to not have no type of brain power to comprehend simple responsibilities. And he thinks he's above everything and everybody's in this fucking make-believe world of his.
So I just want to show a pattern of hostile behavior, negligent behavior, and discrimination, and I think it's going to ultimately land us in court. But before we go to that level, I want to exhaust every possible avenue on the municipal level to show that I tried to solve this problem within the city government of Wilmington, Delaware, before we take them to court. I got a few more people to email and ask for their intervention and opinion and investigation. And if I get nowhere with them, and I don't think I will, if I don't get anywhere with them, then the next level is we're going to have to take them to court for discrimination.
He know he not going to get nowhere with them because he knows he's in the wrong, bro. You're trying to remake the rules and restructure the city based upon your lazy, greedy, crumb-snatching ass. You can afford to pick up the trash. If you was at the school every day and doing 60 hours a week, you would catch them dumping on your property. They dumping on it because it's a abandoned goddamn building, bro. And it ain't showing no progress. It's still boarded up, bro. That's why they're dumping on your property.
We have enough evidence to prove it. Go ahead, Bob.
I was saying it should be a lot of attorneys that would want to take this, the situation on pro bono.
Nah, Delaware is a small state, and you got to find somebody licensed in Delaware who's going to be willing to litigate on our behalf.
Wow.
And I can't seem to find a black attorney who has the guts to do it.
Wow.
So, we probably have to find somebody of another race, which is fine with me, as long as they can do the job. But you got to remember, a lot of people in this day and time with Donald Trump as president, and he's pushing his white supremacy rhetoric, a lot of people, fighting for black justice is not popular in the Donald Trump administration. And because fighting for black justice is not popular in the Donald Trump administration, there's not going to be a lot of attorneys stepping up to help us out.
I ain't touching that. All right, let's go to the phone line and talk to William. Good afternoon, William. How you doing today? Thanks for holding on.
Yes, sir. How you doing? Dr. Umar, great man. Thank you for what you're doing for brothers and sisters of the day. But Dr. Umar, I got so much respect for you, and I've been following you the last couple of years. And I know that you're a truthful man, and you expose people to the truth. And in doing that, you're exposing the system of how the people do things, how like white people do things, I'm going to say, or the people in power. Because to me, all white people ain't the devil and all white people ain't bad. But Dr. Umar, I'm just surprised that you're surprised about what they're doing now. And
I'm in this part right now because it makes sense. We know this is edited, so he's only going to play the people that's coming up there that's praising him and shit, because the white man did not pay them bills for you. The white man did not clean that school for you. And then it is 5 funky years later since the quarantine. Get over it, bro. Get over it. You ain't know how business run. You ain't handle your business handled you. But that's the end of this part. I'ma holler at you. The next part is coming out soon. Thank you for making it this far. Like, subscribe, and until next time, peace.